on, guys? In this video, I want to show you about taking reversals, taking bounces, reclaims, whatever you want to call it. So market today started off where we kind of had this early flush, right? So if you look at this wick here, first 5-minute candle, 1-minute candle, 2-minute candle, it really wicked down below this pre-market low and then immediately got bought back up. When we swept this area and we started to put in this wick, I jumped in long originally here. It kind of started off the day with the P&L. Again, once you win a couple of trades, you can now have a little bit of cushion to get, I wouldn't say a little bit more loose with your trades, but a little bit more relaxed because you've already kind of made some money. So if you do lose that next trade, hey, you know what? Maybe you go back to break even, or maybe you just restart your day. But the trade that I want to talk about was right here. Okay, so let me just pull up my drawing tool very quickly. If you guys just give me a second here while it loads. So what I want to talk about here is this low that we put in off the open, and I want to talk about this big kind of, pullback, right? So we put in a nice move to the upside where I'm sure a lot of people made some money. If you look at the area that we got rejected at the 200-day moving average. That's this yellow line that you see here, right? So we got rejected at the 200-day moving average. We kind of tried to sweep it, and then we got rejected. We spent the better half of about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes kind of pulling back. What started to give me green flags here to go long was this double bottom. Okay, so if I was to draw a line across that initial low of day, and I just keep drawing this line here, you can see that we swept this area by a couple of points, right? We came down into this area, and then we had a green candle closure, okay? So what I want you guys to focus on is this green line here, okay? I'm gonna now highlight it, or I can change it actually. I'm gonna highlight this. This green line is your 5 SMA, okay? So that 5 SMA is your power trend. Now, what does that mean? What that means is if you are trading below your 5 simple moving average on whatever time frame you trade, and I trade the 5-minute time frame for scalping. If you're trading below that, you really don't want to be going long, okay? It's just not a good thing because you can run into that 5 simple moving average. You can bounce off of it. You can get rejected. It can still continue to push down, right? It's acting as resistance. Now, what started to really gain my attention was when we swept that low of day and we closed green, okay? Now, what I would have liked to see for continuation of the shorts was a little bit of a bounce, okay? That gets rejected maybe somewhere between this 5 and 10-day moving average on a 5-minute time frame, simple moving average, and then lose that low of day, and then we would have been targeting this linear regression, okay? When that did not happen and we started to reclaim, meaning when this candle is actively printing, okay, actively printing, I am jumping in long as we start to reclaim this 5 simple moving average. Now, is there a guarantee that it's going to continue to the upside? No. Okay. Have I taken these type of trades where I lose? Absolutely. Right. If you're a trader, you've definitely taken some losses. You've definitely lost trades you're going to lose. But with experience and screen time and kind of respecting that, risk management that you make for yourself, as long as you are being protective, you always want to be protective, you're going to be okay in the long run, okay? So why I'm jumping into this candle actively as it's printing is because I have a very defined stop loss. My stop loss is if the candle that I'm jumping into, if it kind of just wicks around here and it kind of just wicks around and then loses the low of the active candle that I am jumping in, all bets are off because now we are anticipating that we push lower, okay? So again, a lot of trading when it comes to scalping, you're using levels, you're using supply and demand, but you're also using a lot of feel, okay? You're using a lot of, reading price action, having confidence, trusting your stop, trusting the technical analysis. trusting your ability to execute and get into these trades. Okay, so what would you look for in the future to kind of duplicate this type of trade? Well, look for a push off the open, look for a drop off the open, look for kind of a reversal in that pattern, and then look for some type of sweep of the low of day, some type of sweep of the high of day after it's already put in a move. So this type of move is going to come probably in the hour leading into lunchtime or the hour coming out of lunchtime. Okay, so maybe after the market has kind of settled in for an hour, 2 hours, you want to look for these reversal moves. Again, remember, if the market shot up off the open and it pulled back, but it held, right? It held that area that we started from. That is typically bullish, right? For a continuation. Now, it doesn't mean that this price action has to continue to go higher all day. It could definitely, put in some type of reversal, consolidate, and then come down. But then you would also be looking for rejections back here towards high of day, or you would be looking for some type of bear flag to set up and break through, or you would be looking for the double bottom confirmation so you can play that back down into the next demand zone, which is on my particular chart is the linear regression. So again, what are you looking for? You're looking for those reversals, but you're not jumping in until price action can get above with momentum. A lot of times traders will say, what does it mean to see momentum? Do I need to have some special indicator? Do I need to look at volume profile? Do I need to look at order flow? Guys, I don't look at none of that stuff. I let my eyes tell me what's going on. If price action is moving slow, meaning it's here trickling at this 5 SMA and it's just dancing around, it's going over, it's coming back down, give or take 10 points, and it continues to do that, and then it pushes down, and then it comes back up, and then it pushes down, and then it comes back up, that's not momentum. What you want to see is a definitive pause, green candle close, and then you want to see momentum where price is not only breaking through it, but we don't want to see any wicking back and forth. You want to see price break through and just continue. Watch the tape, watch the price action. You want to see price start to build, right? So you want to see that price on the ladder continue to jump. And as it's jumping, great. Stop loss goes below that low on your entry candle. You jump in and you can target the next area of demand, which on my chart is the 10 simple moving average. And if you continue to hold it past that, you can look for further supplies, maybe the 20, maybe the 50, maybe a linear regression, maybe the 200. Depends on your style of trading and how much you're actually looking for, how big a size you're actually trading. Hope this makes sense to you. Again, what you're looking for, big reversals. You want to see big trends, at least that are lasting 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. And then you want to see the 5 simple moving average get reclaimed, whether it's to the upside or the downside, doesn't matter. It works both ways. You're day trading, so you don't have to be long, you don't have to be short, whatever it's choosing to do, right? As soon as you reclaim that, look at the trade off the open, big flush off the open, and then an immediate reclaim of that 5 SMA. And once we reclaim that 5 SMA, it went up, damn near 100 points, 200 points. So with that being said, hope this kind of gives you some clarity, how you guys can start to play price action. Again, it's like you're a surfer, you're riding the wave. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but make sure you get back up and you continue to fire those trades, continue to respect your risk management, continue to just keep hammering away. And I'll see all of you guys on the next video. If you guys need evaluation accounts, you can look down in the description box below. My discount code is DEEANTHONY. The links to use my discount code are all in the description. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll catch you guys on the next one.